welcome back to this channel, Creative Playground, where you can get worksheets, fun and interesting worksheets for your classroom. And in this episode, I would like to share with you this worksheet about writing an introduction paragraph, and we are going to focus on part two in the writing examination paper, SVM examination paper, writing the essay. All right. And so this morning I have this inspiration, and I felt like, okay, how about if I turned it into a worksheet, and probably it will inspire anybody out there, maybe to use this idea, or probably inspires you to um, think of your own ideas, or maybe combine with some of ideas that you can see in this worksheet. All right. So part two question. This is an example. Your class has been discussing the importance of current rivers, and your teacher has asked you to write an essay on it. In your essay, you should under three bullet questions. Okay, so now when I look at this question, and I'm thinking like, what is the easiest way for the students to write an introduction paragraph? Because usually they will say, I don't have ideas, or I don't know how to start. And when I keep thinking about it, then I got this idea when I looked at the question itself. So if you look at the word discussion, right? Something that we always do in our classroom when we want to brainstorm on a topic, we will have classroom discussions, and then the students will share their ideas. So the word discussion over here, I think, is very useful for the student to actually have this imagination of this discussion takes place, and think about what are the ideas that could have been possibly shared in those discussion, right? Just like in our real classroom discussion. And then when they that is the first part. Okay. And then the second question will be, of course, they need to think about their own ideas about this topic, if depending on their familiarity with the topic, like how much do they know about the topic, or any ideas that they know about this topic, is also important to help them to, you know, get some ideas to write for this introduction. And so that is the actually second part of the thinking process that they have to focus on. And the third one will be the purpose of the essay, of course, because we know, in an effective paragraph, there are two important things that the student must try to include, which are hooks, a strategy or technique that they use to get this readers to focus their attention on the essay. So there are many types of hooks, and also the purpose of the essay, which I think it also helps the readers to find what is the essay is going to be for them. What is it that the essay is trying to accomplish, or the main message that the essay has for the readers. And so that is actually the third question that they should think about, while brainstorming for the ideas to write the introduction. And so I put it in a like three parts introduction, like structure, and I turn them into questions. Okay, so I put it under like step one. So what I've mentioned earlier, when I talked about their thinking process when they look at this question, and they're actually the part where I think probably it can help your students to focus on their thinking process while brainstorming for this topic, right? Okay, so the first question is what was shared during the discussion, like this imaginary discussion. So they can write very quickly some keywords based on that discussion, like clean water, dead fish, healing, beautiful views. I'm thinking about like some of the words that high frequency words that the student always use when they talk about a topic like this. So question number two, what do you know about the topic? And then here I purposely wrote write the ideas in an action statement. So action statement is just basically like phrases that start with action words. So enjoy the view, work together. Again, some of the words that the students might already know, and the words that I bold and then I put this stars, the asterisks, probably the words that the students uh, have problems with, or they are not familiar with these words. And of course, if you're in a situation where the students do not have the language or the vocabulary to express the ideas, it will be a good idea to pre-teach or to introduce the vocabulary to them first before you give them this task of participating in this discussion or brainstorming activity in your classroom. And so, question number three is what is the main message of the essay? To create awareness again. Probably they have not familiar with the word awareness, so you want to introduce this like phrases to them. And this is the like the last part of the introduction. And so now, when they have some of these ideas, and then get them to pay attention to using or selecting some of these ideas that they can actually use as part of the introduction. And when you look at these three questions over here, you can see the structure of the paragraph already. And then when the students have these keywords and ideas, they can see like the draft of the introduction, right? So in step two, of course, based on the ideas in number one and number two, they can select and combine this and write their sentences, and also include part three to end the introduction paragraph, and it will look something like this. And so the words or phrases that I bold here, um, they are from step one. Okay, so rivers are very important in life because they give us clean water and beautiful view. However, sometimes people throw rubbish and then kills fish, work together to make the river clean again. And the purpose of this essay, and I'll put this in, I italicize this because I think this is the most common phrase that the student need to write the introduction paragraph. Okay, it is like a useful phrases to create awareness about the importance of clean rivers and show how teenagers can help. So the part where the main message is, that they come from this part of the question. And but rather than maybe asking the students to just copy this and turn it into like the purpose of the essay, I would encourage the students to put them under a keyword, so that just to me, I mean, they don't sound too boring, or it looks like they just lift everything from the question. So that's why I think it's important for us to introduce phrases like this as the main message or the purpose of the essay. Like for example, to create awareness as like the big keyword that would include all these three bullet questions in it. So we have to create awareness about importance of clean rivers and show how teenagers can help. Right. Okay. So um, that is what I want to share with you in this worksheet, where I think some of the ways that you can do to help the students to think about how to write the introduction paragraph using the keyword in the question, the word discussion over here. We're going to imagine what other ideas that could have been shared in an actual discussion, and also write something what they already know about the topic, and also think about the main message of the essay, or in other words, just the purpose of the essay. Okay, and then combine everything, and they can actually have a paragraph, an introduction paragraph. All right, so that's all for this worksheet. If you have any questions or anything, you can drop me comments in the comment section. Click like or subscribe if you like, and click the notification bell so you will not miss any latest video that I will upload in this channel. So thank you for watching this video. It has been Creative Playground, and I'll see you again in the next worksheet. Bye.